Just a small town girl with a big old dream. Now she's taking it over and making a scene. Yes, it's your turn next, so please take your seat. 'Cause baby, the best is yet to be seen. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning,
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
Sunshine's Corner.
And good morning and welcome into Sunshine's Corner. You know, this is the place where purpose meets power and conversation. What does it do? It creates change. So what we're going to do today is, I am your host and I want you to be a part because I am so honored to welcome in a very distinguished leader, a dedicated servant, and a passionate advocate for our education. We're talking about Dr. Isaac L. Williams. Let me do that again. Reverend Dr. Isaac L. Williams. Currently, he is a candidate for the Escambia County School Board. Now, this representative for District 3. And, you know, he joins us today to share the vision for the future of our schools. We're talking about the children in our community. Now, a pastor, an educator, a military servant, he's a respected community leader. Now, Dr. Williams has devoted his life to serving others. His commitment to faith and education, leadership, and community, that engagement that he has, it impacts, you know, countless lives throughout our region. So what we're going to do today, we want you to sit back and relax and get a part of this conversation because it's centered around our theme, a lifetime servant, a vision for stronger schools. And what else we're going to do? We're going to discuss the challenges, all these things that are facing the public education, the opportunities ahead for students and teachers. And that's why Dr. Williams believes strong schools are so essential to building strong communities. And I believe you should help me in welcoming this man in whose life has truly been defined by service. And I'm talking about Dr. Isaac, Reverend Dr. Isaac Williams. Well, hello there. Look, longtime stranger.
Good morning, longtime friend.
That's right.
It's Sunshine.
I mean, we have been friends for such a long. I go all the way back. I used to travel over to Milton.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, come to the radio station.
Come to the radio station. It's been a few years.
Yeah, 5. Live it longer than 5.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm so glad that you have the opportunity to come in to talk about this journey that you have taken on, where is change. That's why I always tell people, where purpose meets power, conversation creates change.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't want to accept the change because they don't feel good, but change is so necessary. We can get so relaxed in one way that we just sit there and it comes stale. You do the same thing over and over expecting a different outcome. Guess what? It's not going to happen. That's why I want you to tell us about you. What made you decide this journey? How did you get into this journey?
Sunshine, thank you so much. And I'd like to introduce myself to your audience.
Yes.
I got here primarily really from a biblical perspective.
Right.
In John chapter 4, Jesus said that I must need go. Mm-hmm. And he said to me that when you see a need, someone must be willing to step up and meet that need.
Absolutely.
Throughout the community, individual has been coming to me and saying, we want change.
Right.
And I agree with them.
Exactly.
District 3 deserves change.
Right.
District 3 deserves a representative who will listen, who will communicate, and who will represent this community.
I got you.
And so I see that need, and so I offer myself up an opportunity to serve our community.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? I've known you for a long time, and you're always doing things of service. I need to go back to your military life.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think that when people go through that with the military, they're also structured. Yeah. Because you all have this, you're trained to be so like that.
Discipline.
Get a discipline, you get it done.
Yeah, you got to get it done.
You got to get it done. And with the fact that with your church leadership, you've got a strong family there that's so committed to you. I got to tell you this, when I put up on my social media, on all my pages, that you're going to be my guest, it just people got to cheering right then. I mean, it just went boom, boom, boom. I said, come on, look at this. So this is saying something. I mean, doesn't it make you feel good that people just love you?
Well, it's good to hear it. I haven't done a whole lot of the social media, but you blessing me. I will share this. Just a few days ago, a pastor asked me to come by and address his congregation. And on the way to his church, just before we get to his church, one of his church members had put 2 of my signs up right there by the house. I didn't even know her. And
Really?
She had got my yard signs and put 2 up, and so they welcomed me to the community, and that was exciting.
Doesn't that say something though? I mean, I believe like this is something I always think that your character precedes you.
Yes.
Your character gets there before you do because you've already built that character. And I tell that to a lot of people. You don't realize before you get there, you're already there. Because if you don't leave a back way for how your character.
Wow, that's awesome, Sonshine. Two things that attest to that. When I was in the military, I worked for this one colonel. His name was Colonel Peel. And out of all the officers, some kind of way he picked me to be like his aide,
Right.
To be with him. And he gave me an evaluation one day, and normally I always got outstanding evaluation, but he wrote in my evaluation something that stuck with me. They always gonna give you your accolades,
Right.
but then he put in bold writing, he gets the job done.
Come on.
And I thought about that. That's how he perceived me. Whatever task that was before me,
Exactly.
he would get it done. But the second one was that when I was a chaplain in the Department of Correction, we got a new warden came in, and we was down in the dorm. While down in the dorm, I wanted to welcome the warden, and so when I welcomed him, he said, "I know you." I said, "You do?" He said, "Yes."
See?
He said, "Your reputation precedes you."
See? There's that character.
And so I like, okay.
There's that character.
And so I try to live a life that's credible, that's transparent, and with integrity. And so that's what I want to bring to the school board: accountability,
Exactly.
and transparency
children.
for our children.
And that's a great thing. What is it right now that you see? What's the biggest challenge that's facing the schools today?
I see the biggest challenge that facing school is to keep the funding they need to operate it effectively. With the students having a lot of choices,
Wow.
and when they choose, and I'm not against going
Of
to a school of choice. Well, whenever you go to a school of choice, that money follows you to that school. Yet, in this past year, over 300 students went to the individual schools, and they came back, but the money did not follow them back. Over $3.2 million stayed unaccountable for that could be used in the public schools to help the system, to help the teachers with pay raises, and the students, the teachers to have the equipment and
Oh my
things
God,
they need
yeah.
in their room. And
And
so
the teachers need it so bad.
they need our support. They
Right.
need one who will advocate for them. And I know you got to go to Tallahassee, and I have no problem going to Tallahassee.
That's right.
I go down there and advocate. We need the money back in the system when the student is back. I see that's a real great need.
I did not realize until last night, as a matter of fact, when it was this little talk show that I'm a part of.
Yes.
And it came up, we was talking about education in the schools. Even when you hear people say, I'm going to homeschool, I did not know they get money
To homeschool.
to homeschool. But this is what I look at with that, though.
Yes.
I want our children to have the best.
Yes.
I think I'm smart,
Okay.
but I can't do no homeschool.
No.
Do you understand where I'm going?
I fully understand that.
So,
It's very challenging.
It's challenging.
And one of the things that I think is good is that perhaps early on homeschooling may be a good idea.
Right.
But as the student matures and matriculate through the school system, I think it's important that they interact with other students and they come in an environment, because you can't live by yourself when you
No.
get into the real world.
I
And
agree.
So
I agree.
I think it's okay. Yeah.
Even with the books and the things, how do you feel about that? All this stuff that's being taken away.
Yes.
I mean, I hate it.
We are total agreement. I'm totally against the banning of books.
Yes.
I think you ought to allow students and their parents to have choice.
I think so.
Read what you want.
Exactly.
You want to be informed. You may not agree with what's in the book, but you are informed about what's going on, and you can have an intelligent conversation with a person about it. But if you keep them in the dark, then how can I address that point of view?
Right.
When you won't even allow me to read the book.
I'm saying I can't read about a duck. I mean, I'm just saying like that. You gonna tell me if I wanted to read about a duck, I can't read about a duck. I gotta go read about the goose because you say the goose is okay? No.
That's wrong. We can't even read about Toni Morrison,
That's what I'm talking
a
about.
renowned international artist.
Yes.
From her perspective.
Exactly.
You can't read about it. You can't read about Little Rock 9.
There you go.
It's so many books that you can't read about that have historical context.
Right.
And so the banning of the books, to me, is just, we need to stop these culture wars.
There you go.
And we need to come together as community.
I agree.
As it did years ago.
When you said something, you said a mouthful, these culture wars, because Black history is American history.
Yeah.
I mean, don't try to take away the history, because we are American history. We live history every day. So why is it so important to try to take it away from those who need to know?
I think what happens here is that a small segment of our community are influenced by outside entities. And with that group,
Right.
they come in and then they want to try to impose what they see in other communities in our community. Our community ought to be led with leaders who use local data-driven instructions. And if you give me local data-driven information, collaboratively, we can make decisions that's best for our community and not from the people outside of our community.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
How is that? What do you think? How can we improve the student graduation rate? I mean, the rates here, because I sometimes keep up with that because of the things that are happening. I believe all of that with what we're talking about, even those things that inspire our kids to be more, to get the education. I was talking to several people about education with a couple of teachers. And when you see some of the kids now, their reading level is so low. Not even some of them are third grade. I saw this thing on social media, this kid, and the words were so simple, but he couldn't pronounce them. He was about to graduate. What we're gonna do for that? Ways to support. You understand what I'm saying? All of these things like this, I think that there's something missing. Are you just shifting the kids through?
I agree, Sonshine. One of the things that you hit the nail head on. Research has revealed that if we don't get our students up to the reading level that they need to be on by the third grade, they have created what is known as the prison to pipeline. If you can't pass the third grade on your reading level that you should, they have already put in place money to build prison to house them. And so we have to focus on getting these from early preschool into first, second, and third grade, getting them ready so the resources ought to be heavily spent on those early years in those student lives. And then they'll be prepared. Once you make them a reader, I love reading.
I do too.
And I read anything. I read stuff I don't agree with. And when I was doing my doctoral work, one of the things they always challenge you to get two perspectives that you don't agree with, one on the left, one on the right, and then you carve your perspective. I hear what this person says. I hear what this person said. I understand what this person's saying. I understand what this person, and yet this is where I stand, and this is how I got there. That allow you to be creative in your thinking and ready. So they got to prepare them to be able to read and learn early in school so that the rest of the time it won't be challenging, frustrated, and they quit. You hear this saying that a person said, I don't like math, or I don't like science, or I don't like something. In my estimation, the fundamental reason they say they don't like it
I know.
is really that they don't
They
understand
don't
it.
understand the principles and how to do it.
They don't understand it. So if we can help them get the basics early on, they'll find out you love math because
Exactly.
people can't cheat you out your money.
Come on.
You know how to manage your bills. You know how much you can pay for something. You understand science. And so when you get excited about education, the rest of the world open up for you.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
it's
I mean,
power, and you need that.
I see in your face, I can see your eyes. I mean, my mother always, the baby, those eyes are the window to your soul. You got to just look in the eyes. I see the passion that you have when you get to talk about those children. With you and this race that you're running, this journey that you're on, I see that you have a lot in store that you want to make changes because there's some things obviously to put you to where you are to make that change. What is the one thing that bothers you the most that you want to change?
I think one of the things that bother me the most is that we need educators and we need administrators who are passionate about our community.
Right.
And in the past administration, people who are passionate about our community, they all been removed. They all been terminated and replaced, in my estimation, with people who just there to do a job.
Don't have the qualifications to do the
And
job,
don't
and they
have-
got the job.
They got the job, and so we'll discover that the past administrator did everything he could, in my estimation. He, in fact, perhaps the best superintendent in the history of Escambia County when it was related to our community, and he was terminated by the person out of District 3. And I think that's not right.
Right.
When someone is looking out for our district
Exactly.
and you're terminating to put people in that don't care about the district so they can give fake numbers
gotcha.
saying that we thrive in here, we thrive in this, but you ain't talking about all the ones getting suspended. You ain't talking about all the ones that getting out, all the ones you are sending to the alternative school so you can get these fake numbers to make it look like we are doing good. And I just think that we ought to make it conducive for all of our students to learn and not just a special segment.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking with Reverend Dr. Isaac Williams. I mean, and as you can see, he's passionate about what he's doing. He's passionate about the community. I noticed how many times he said our community, the lack that we're missing of. We're going to talk with him more. We want to go and take a break. When we come back, stay close. Now get that cup of coffee. Don't you move. We got more with you right here with Dr. Isaac Williams.
I learned during my military service to train every day to fight and fight to win. If you've been injured in an accident, you already know one thing for sure. The insurance companies are going to fight you for every dollar you deserve. At Michelson Booth, we settle most of the cases we handle. But if the insurance companies choose to fight, well, we're okay with that too. If you've been injured in an accident, choose a law firm that's got the resources, training, and stomach for the fight. Michelson Booth, don't be a victim twice.
Nestled in the heart of Pensacola, Dorothy's is a one-of-a-kind, community-driven cocktail bar by Oasis, Florida, created to sustain vital HIV and STI care across the Florida Panhandle. Inspired by the Wizard of Oz, rooted in inclusion and dripping with character, Dorothy's is a welcoming space with award-winning Oz-inspired cocktails, food by Steel Pony Diner, and an unmatched atmosphere. Join us 7 days a week in downtown Pensacola, located directly across from Maritime Park and the Blue Wahoo Stadium.
Step into your hometown boot store right here in Pensacola, Florida. The largest selections of Western boots and attire, including our own style of custom Anderson bean. The boot store also carries a great selection on workwear from boots to fire-resistant clothing. When you're looking for authentic wear, accompanied with authentic service, show up at your hometown boot store where you're more like family than you are a customer. And remember, the savings and selection are found behind the big red boot.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing.
So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, and I always encourage you to make sure, tell somebody when you want to know what's happening right here in your area, you keep it locked in right here each and every weekday, and you'll find out. Always remember now, this show will play a game this afternoon at 6 o'clock. We play them twice.
Awesome.
All right, now it comes back and let you know if you didn't get a chance to see it this morning, you can watch it this afternoon. However, I want to go back because Dr. Williams, he is a candidate for school board member, right? A school board right here on his shirt. He's got it wearing. He's wearing that shirt for Escambia County District 3.
Yes, ma'am.
And we were talking about the banning of books and how kids are already susceptible. They know those words anyway, but
Yeah.
I know mine did. He didn't know. I caught him sometime. I said, "Oh boy."
And I got pleasant surprise about my own daughter.
Come on.
In fact, one day I had a neighbor. And my daughter was a friend of his, and they hung together, and they had finally created a way to write each other about the situation that was going on in the school.
Let's see that.
And my neighbor, he got one of the letters, and he came to my house, and he said, Reverend Williams, I read this letter, and I just want you to know that your daughter's saying some colorful things in this letter. And so he presented me the letter, and I read the letter, and I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know she even knew those words. So banning the books because you said they got profanity in them, a curse word, to me that's asinine, because even the Bible itself has curse words in it, but you have to allow context, and when you read everything, it makes wrong. So I'm totally against this notion that you ban books because you don't like certain words.
Exactly. I hate that myself. When you're elected, what are the 3 things you want to hit? The 3 things you want to change first?
The first thing that I want to change is culture.
Right.
I think it's important that we create a climate where the administrators, the teachers, and the students feel that they have a representative that fully supports them.
Yes.
It's not about me.
Right.
I'm not in it for, I've served on various boards from local, district, and state. I understand my fiduciary responsibility. I'm not there for me.
Right.
I'm here to serve my community. So I want them to know that they have a representative that will support them. But secondly, I want the community to be aware that they have someone that will communicate and stay connected with them.
Right.
Oftentimes, the community can't come to the school board, to the workshops and things like that. But I can create space for them. That I go to them. I can go to the little town hall. I can go to the homeowners association. I can go and share with them what's on the agenda. I can put it out on social media. These are the issues that we're discussing. I need your involvement. I need your concern so that I can represent them.
Right.
And so I want them to know that. But then thirdly, I want to stop spending this money on lawsuits, on banning the books and all this other stuff.
Right.
And work on getting teachers a pay raise that they deserve. They're at the bottom of the list.
Amen.
And to me, it's just so asinine that the people who we entrust to train our most valuable resources, our children, you pay them this minimum wage. But we can pay all these other folk millions to rob folk. But you can't find money to support our teachers. That means that's ungodly. And so I will fight for them. I'll stand with the teacher. I'll stand with the teachers union. I go to Tallahassee with them. I have no problem. I've been marching for years.
Come on now.
I'm almost like Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm immune to them throwing rocks at me.
There you go.
I'm immune to them saying mean things about me. They call me at times, you are a troublemaker. And I said, well, I'm excited about that term. They said, wow. I said, they call my Lord and Savior Jesus a troublemaker. So if they call him a troublemaker,
come on now.
I don't mind. In fact, John Lewis out of Atlanta, he said, there's nothing wrong if you're going to get in trouble, but just make sure it's good trouble.
I love that too.
And so I get in trouble for what's right and righteous. And so I see the need. Someone who will go to work and fight for District 3 every day. I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. It's about time I wake up, have my little talk with the Lord, and spend a little time. And then what can I do to make District 3? They say they can't find no money to build a middle school in District 3. But yet we find money to build middle schools everywhere else.
So why not?
Yeah, why can't we build one in our district so all our students don't have to constantly transfer out of District 3 to go to another district to get there? A school is important in community.
Yes, it is.
And so I'll fight for it. If we can find money for the other district, we can find money for District 3, or I'll turn the table over.
Oh, come on, Jesus.
Yeah, we ain't gonna vote tonight. We ain't voting tonight. We might vote next week when they may have me in jail, but they ain't voting tonight. We ain't voting tonight because y'all can't find no money for my district. You can't support my district. No, we ain't voting tonight.
Oh, I love
it. Vote. They can vote next week, but I'll be back next week because they can't keep me. I'll bond out. I'll be right back.
Look at the passion for those
but
children.
I got to stand up for my children. I got to stand up for what is in their best interest. I gotta do it.
I mean, and I love it. Do you see the passion that he has? What was coming there? All I could do was sit back. I mean, because I think when you care about something, when you love it and you mean it from your heart, your action will show that. And your action proved right there that you're not doing this for Isaac. You're doing this for the community and the betterment of our children. And for those that are involved, for all those educators, my mother and my sister were both educated, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's the fact that the hard work that's going in, I see. Did you hear what he said? He said, even if they lock me up, I have to turn them tables or I'll get bonded out, but I'll be right back tomorrow. Did you not hear that?
I'll be back on the job.
You're back on the job.
And I'm a very proud supporter of public education.
Exactly.
I'm a product of public education. My
So am
daughters, both of my daughters who are doing exceptionally well now. My oldest daughter, she's a doctor. My youngest daughter, the one that was cursing, and in fact, they were going to put out of school. She's a business partner in Second MD. That's a medical firm.
That's right.
Executive there. And so, in fact, I had to go and advocate for her because they was going to suspend her in her 12th grade year. They was going to give her 10 days. She was a track star in high school.
Come on now.
And the neighbor came to me again and said, listen, Reverend, we got to go to the school. So I go to the school, I go to the principal, and they, what you want, Reverend? I want some justice up in here.
Come on.
I said, you gotta allow children a chance to make mistake and learn.
That's right.
So they can be ready. And the principal agreed with me, allowed my daughter to stay in. I think they gave her 3 days instead of kicking out for a long time. Right. Which I think that was still harsh, but you know, they got
I understand. You made a point and you got your point across.
You got your point across. And so I'll advocate for our children. I want our school system to be safe.
Amen.
I'm a strong component of safety. We want their school environment to be a place where it's conducive for them to learn, explore. I had a wonderful education experience. I love education. And so that's why my passion. I want the children, you notice when they graduate, they put these yearbooks together, these years. I want them to be meaningful. I wanted them to prepare them for the challenges of tomorrow. And so that's what I go, one of the first things that I would do when elected, I'm gonna do a tour of all the schools in District 3. I'm gonna do a listening tour. I want to go and I want to sit down with the administrators.
Right.
And I'm gonna do them separately. I do it with the administrators, I do it with the teachers, I do it with the custodians, the people who work that make, and I'm gonna glean from them what they see that's working well and what's not working as well. And collaboratively, we're gonna address that from the people who roll up their sleeves every day and go to work. I don't have all the answers, but I'm good at gathering data and coming up with a good solution.
Absolutely.
I honestly believe the Lord revealed a lot of things to me, but had I listened to when the Lord told me, the Lord gave me a vision one time about football. And instead of doing it, I was like, And a few months later, someone else came up with it and they made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Said,
well, with the Lord show you something, and so you pray you ought to do it. So when I go and visit with these individuals, and the Lord showed me we're going to do it because we know what it's going to be on the end.
Exactly. You just confirmed something for me too. I got to be obedient and listen and do it.
Yeah, when the Lord speak to you, do it.
Do it.
It may not make sense at first.
Exactly.
You're like, that don't make
And that's
no
what's
sense.
been going through my process. Okay, really?
Yeah.
But you my confirmation today.
John 4:4. If you can see the need,
That's right.
Jesus will help you meet the need. The Lord will help you meet it. And I understand that everybody doesn't believe the way I believe, and I understand that because I've been knocking on doors. I met this one young man. He said, Dr. William, I'm gonna support. I know you're a preacher. He said, but I'm a non-believer. So how that? I said, listen, I believe there's room for all of us, brother.
Amen. Amen.
I mean, this is what I believe, and I'm good with it.
I tell
So if you don't believe this way, I'm not out here pastoring the schools. I'm here as a board member here.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Take the other
understand
hat
the
off.
difference. I take that hat off now. But no, I bring that faith with me.
Amen. Everywhere you go.
Where I go.
Everywhere you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a fantastic conversation with the candidate and Dr. Isaac Williams, Pastor Reverend Dr. Isaac.
They can just call me Isaac.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Isaac.
just start putting signs up. Isaac.
Okay, we're talking
Dr.
with
Isaac.
Isaac.
Yeah, I'm tell them Isaac's out there.
Isaac is here with
Yeah,
us today.
Isaac.
We're going to go and take a break and come back and talk more with Isaac about this election that's coming up. Primary is going to be August 18th.
I was 18.
We'll be back with more.
For 75 years, we've been caring for families, creating jobs, and working to build a healthier community. This is your home, and ours too. We're honored to be the trusted partner in your care. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
I'm Kathy Holsworth, Artistic Director at Pensacola Little Theater. Join me on the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. for the Center Stage, where me and my artistic friends talk about all things on the stage and at the Clark Family Cultural Center. Join us, won't you?
Take a breath and step into something green. At Pensacola Seed and Garden, both of our locations are open 7 days a week, ready when you are. We don't just sell plants, we grow many of them right here with care you can see. And once you take one home, you'll find everything you need to help it thrive. Visiting from out of town? Discover unique exotic plants you can bring home, often for less than ordering online. Pensacola Seed and Garden. Grow something beautiful.
And welcome back to a conversation I feel that is so in need of, because we're talking about, number one, our children. And my focus is this, because I think that our children, and I say this every other day, our children are tomorrow. We've got to pour into them the values to take them to continue this walk and this run, this race that we're running. You are a military, educator. Oh God, you got so many accolades on your name. I mean, all this stuff wrote down. This leadership, accountability, teamwork that you have, that's bringing to this campaign. Why are people gonna trust you?
Thank you, Sonshine. That's an excellent question. I believe that my record will speak for myself. I believe a person ought to own their record. And you don't run from your record. My record, I've been a servant leader for my entire life. Even when I was in high school, I was a servant leader. The young folk come to me for me to represent and to do it. And so I've been a servant leader in various facets of my life, and I'm prepared today to serve them. And I believe that my record would allow them to say, I can trust him because he has a proven track record of servant leadership.
Exactly. And trust, I think, is so important. And we're talking about, even with you, let's talk about this card, all this thing.
Yes.
You are a grassroots candidate.
I qualified through the petition effort, initiative.
Right.
By going door to door, knocking on folks and getting volunteers to work with me to get the required number of petitions to qualify. And so I qualified through the petition approach.
Right.
That means that's a grassroots effort. The community, they put enough petitions in place for me to get on the ballot. And I'm the first candidate to fully qualify in Escambia County to run for office this term. And so I'm excited about being the very first one I do it. And now running a campaign, I need support. You all gonna help me, the community. You're gonna help me the first time by getting on the ballot, and so I need resources and to help going. And so there are several ways that you can help me with resources. For you all that got the big purses,
look at that camera right there. Tell
for
them.
those got the big pocketbooks, I can take anything from $25 to $1,000. I prefer $1,000, but I love the 25. Amen. And you can mail it to me at our post office box, P.O. Box 18009, Pensacola, Florida 32523, or you can sell it to our account at Zelle at 850-449-1712, or you can cash out by $sign Dr. D.R.I. Williams campaign. Make sure you see my logo before you send the money through Cash App, because once you send through Cash App, if it goes to the wrong person, you can't get it back. And so it's D.R.I. Williams campaign, and then you'll see Isaac for school board. And so I would appreciate your donation. My webpage should be up this week or so. In a couple of days, I know we're putting the final touch. I want a good product. It'll come up online, and you can see those same ways on my webpage.
Absolutely. Yes. And if you didn't get all that, call me and I'll put you in touch.
Yeah, call Sonshine and she'll tell you how you can get the contribution.
There you go.
Amen. So, hey, thank you so much.
How do you think that parents should be, their role should be involved with the education success of their students?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get parents back into coming to those meetings to be a part of that child. Don't just drop them off. I mean, you know, I can remember when my kids were smaller, I had to go to those PTA meetings.
Yeah.
I had to get involved and go to those board meetings where I wanted to find out what was really going on. How can we get the parents back into that in our community to be a part of that child's life?
That's a phenomenal question.
Yeah.
I think it's crucial that what I would say, put together a team of individuals who can specialize in getting parents involved and reach out to them. Find out what is it that we can do to help the parents get back involved in their life, because when the parent is involved in the student life, it makes a meaningful difference. And so I don't know, by initials, just doing my listening. That was the second thing I wanted to say.
Right.
I'm going to do a listening tour now in the community. And when I'm doing the listening tour in the community, that's why I'm going to ask the parents how and what it would take to get you to actually re-engage in coming into the PTA and things of that nature.
And this tour that you're having, it's going to kick off when? This weekend?
It's good. Once elected.
Okay.
Yes, I can't go into the school system right now until you're actually the representative. But I'm gonna be knocking on doors now. I'm kicking off this weekend.
That's where I wanted to go.
A meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
And I'm gonna do it in Lincoln Park. They're at the ball field. And I want Lincoln Park. I want Wedgwood. I want Ensley. I want the community to come out. I want to bring the community together. And we're gonna do a free fish fry. So get the word out. A free fish fry. Now you got to come first, because I know I'm inviting a whole lot of folk.
You'll be out before you know it. So get there early.
But we're going to have a decent amount. So get there early, and you get to meet me, and any questions you want to ask. I want you to know that I'm accessible, I'm available, and I'll be accountable to the community.
Absolutely. And I can say this, guys. I met Isaac, oh God, long time ago.
Long time ago.
Long
You don't
time
want to
ago.
tell how many years.
Because they might think. But the fact of it is, he is Isaac. I mean, he's always been approachable.
Yeah.
You've always had this about you to work to make things better. And I see now, I mean, as God continues to use you and place you in different places, oh, you got a lot more to go. He's going to take you some other places. Look at there. Look
Please
out.
keep us in your prayer. Yeah, please keep us in your prayer.
There's no doubt about it. And with this, what should people, the role that you're taking on, how can people be able to, I don't want to say it like I'm sounding redundant, when it comes to transparency, you know, sometimes, and people will say, oh, I'm going to do this, and once they get it, they don't do it.
Right.
How can they know that Isaac is going to do exactly what Isaac says? Now, when he wins this election, he's not going to do what he said.
I love that question, Sonshine, because I fully believe that I should be held accountable.
There you go.
And so I make myself available in the community. If I make the promise, I will do everything in my power to fulfill that promise. And if I can't fulfill it, I'm going to search and communicate to the community what hindered that, and that I'm still working on it.
Of course.
But know every day that I will not make vain promise.
There you go.
That I'm going to do my very best to do what I promise you. And my number, I'm going to keep my campaign number so you can still have access to me 24/7 through my campaign, through
Right.
the web. You got an issue, we going to address it.
Absolutely.
Say you promised, you didn't fulfill it, I will certainly address that issue. But I'm fairly confident that I'm going to fulfill each one of my promises to you.
Absolutely. I mean, I love that because, you know, sometimes you go, oh, I'm sorry, I can't come to the phone. Oh, I'm sorry, but you never get a call back.
No.
But no, because I think that when you take on a role that you are a servant to the community,
Yes.
there's a part when there's sometimes it may be, I'm sure sometimes people may want to try to drag it dry, pull you. But there are times when people call it, there's certain things that really needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And I think with what you're allowing our viewers to see today is your transparency, is your heart and soul that what you want to make the changes to better the entire community. And when you speak about culture, I honestly believe that everybody would take the time to learn our culture. You can't do anything about something what somebody else said. Learn it for yourself. And you've said that so many times during this conversation about our culture, the culture where people don't know the culture, and you want to go off what Tom, Dick, or Harry said, and Sue, Sally, Jane don't even know what she's talking about.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Fully. And so, and we can embrace, I believe in different cultures.
Right, me too.
Let's embrace all the cultures and
Right.
see that that's what makes this country a great country.
Exactly.
One of the rare countries in the world where it doesn't matter where you were born or what color you are, that you can be a part of this great place called America.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate all the cultures and the values that each culture bring to the table.
No doubt. How do you feel about this with the things when you talk about the things that are happening in the world today that's pointed toward our community? And that lets me know there the importance that we carry if you want to
Yes.
take away from the community. How do you feel about those things that we see that's happening that's being pointed toward us to try to take away or to even to try to hinder, even with the voting, the rights that's being attacked, even with all of these things that's being taken away and what we see, how does that make you feel with the fight that you have now, that you've got to fight
Yes.
ahead of you?
Thank you, Sonshine. I think it's more urgent and important now than ever that our people get out and vote. If you want your voice to be heard,
Absolutely.
you got to make it through voting.
That's right.
I started voting when I was 18, and I haven't missed a voting in my entire life.
Come on.
I value the vote. I know what people have to do for women and people of color
Exactly.
to even have the right to vote and to not do it. We don't understand that if we were going to vote, we can break this fever, this fever that's just trying to destroy everything that has made this country great. If we'll vote, we can stop it. And so young people, elderly people, senior, middle-aged people, I want you to make up in your mind, you're gonna go get registered to vote. If you're not registered, if you register and you hadn't voted in a couple elections, you got to go and update that and be ready to vote on August 18th.
Exactly.
This is the beginning. I see this as a movement. We got to get excited. We got to understand that civic responsibility. We got to vote. We can make a difference, but you got to do it through the ballot box. Don't let nobody tell you your vote doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
In a lot of races, a race has been won by 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 votes.
Yes.
You be one of that one vote that make a difference. Say, I did it. And tell your friends. Say, listen, man, listen, lady, listen, my friend, listen, my brother, listen, my sister. We going to vote. I don't want no excuses. And you can vote early. Early voting start on August the 12th. You can vote, August the 8th through August the 12th. You can do early voting, and if you miss early voting, the 15th, I may have gave those dates wrong. I think it's 8th through the 15th. That's correct. You can do early voting 8th through the 15th, and then the actual voting date is August the 18th. I don't want to see you at the poll. I want you to beat me at the poll.
That's right.
Yeah, I want you to beat me to the poll. I want you to vote. I don't want you to vote but one time because I don't want no more. They talking crazy talk. But that one vote can make the difference. I want to see you there. And I honestly ask for you. I love for you to support me because I will represent every day I go to work for District 3 to make it a better district
Absolutely.
for us.
And I'm glad he said that. We've been trying to get that across because especially with the younger generation, to let them realize how important it is to vote. And you said something that ignited something in me. When you come back, when we come back, I'm gonna talk about how it makes you feel when you do that first vote.
Yeah.
That first time you go in that booth, what you feel like. We'll be back and talk about that right here when we return, right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Thank you.
Hey folks, Winston Lindsay here with Living Southern Homes in Bruton, Alabama. We just want to remind you our new show will be coming on at 5:30 on Mondays on Blab TV and also Thursday at noon. Don't miss these opportunities. We will see you then.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quince Dieter, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to a conversation. I tell you, this conversation today has taken me to another level. I mean, I don't know what it is. But it's something. Maybe because I've known you. We got a friendship. We've known each other for so long. We haven't seen each other in a while. But the fact of it is, we didn't miss a beat.
We're back together.
We're
again.
back together again.
Yeah.
But look at this. We were talking about before we went to break. When you, and I want to make sure our younger people understand this feeling. From the very first time that you vote,
Yes.
when you go in there in that little box and you get that paper and you go in, you learn and you see what you've done. When you put that ballot in that machine that you got to do it yourself, you slide it in, that makes you feel so.
And that was an empowering moment.
Yes.
The moment you cast your first ballot, you feel empowered.
Yes.
Because you knowing that you are part of this system that gonna
Yes.
yeah, that your voice can be heard.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is what I stand for, and this who I want to represent. And I'm asking you, all the ones who are listening, if this your first time vote, use that empowering moment to help me become the next school board representative for District 3.
Absolutely.
And you'll be a part of this great movement.
And you know, I want to capitalize on those words that you're saying because of the fact that I've talked to so many of the younger generation where I'll know it's okay, but you don't want mama to keep making that decision for you, because if you don't vote, mama making the decision for you.
Yeah.
Because you didn't vote.
You didn't vote.
Okay, but when you make that vote, you say you want change.
Yeah.
You can't just go out there and say, okay, I'm going to move this and this is going to work. When you want to be heard, scream.
Scream with your ballot.
As loud as you can, scream it out there.
Yeah.
And this is the way you do it. And something else I want them to learn that I want you to take a moment to talk about. Learn more about your candidates. Don't go on what somebody else said. Learn about learn what each and everything represents on that paper, on that ballot. How are we going to get them to know how important that is? And when you go and say, oh yeah, I was part of that. When they win, you go, yeah, I got him in there. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. And the way you learn about a person, I could form my mouth to say anything.
Exactly.
You won't look at a person's record. We must own our record. And all of us got a record.
Yes, we do.
They call it receipt.
Come on.
That's receipt. And people know what you stand for. They know what you did. They know when you stood up for them.
Absolutely.
They know when you didn't. They know when they feel that you turn your back on them. And they know when they feel like you were a sellout.
That's right.
And it's out there. And when I forget who said it, that when a person show you, I think it was Maya Angelou. When a person show you who they are,
believe them the first time.
Believe them the first time. Don't let them come back and use words to paint a picture of different than their record.
That's right.
Yeah, let's own your record.
Exactly.
And if you own your record, then you know that candidate and you can make an informed decision.
Absolutely. And you know, that is so, when you said that, something, when you go through, and I think some people, you try to give them a chance on a chance on a chance, but believe what you saw the first time.
The first time, because that's really
who they are.
That is who they are. And then, when a person want to own responsibility what other folk are doing, it's not about me.
Thank you.
What I accomplished, I'm there to support the administrators. I'm there to support the teachers. I didn't write a lesson plan. I didn't teach no class. I didn't run no school.
Right.
So what's going on in the school, I don't get ownership for that. My fiduciary responsibility is to provide the resources, the leadership that they need to do their job. And so all this trying to get credit for what the teachers and the students are doing,
right.
That's not my record, that's their record.
That's right.
My record is my vote.
Absolutely.
And you got to own your vote.
Amen. See, I told you, Ray, look at that passion over there coming out of you there. I say, but you know something, down to our last 3 minutes.
Yes.
What is it you want to leave with our viewers today that Isaac wants them to walk away with this conversation today? I want you to look in that camera and you tell them.
Thank you, Sonshine. I want you all to leave the day knowing that I've heard you. The community have said to me that they want change. And I agree. District 3 deserve change. They deserve a representative that will listen to them, that will be connected to them and be accountable to them. I want you to know that I've been a servant leader my entire adult life. And I'm prepared now to serve and to lead District 3 to higher height.
Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. And don't forget about this weekend too.
And lastly, for those who want to meet me, in fact, you ain't got to just be in those 3 areas I mentioned. Anywhere in District 3, if you want to come to Lincoln Park, this weekend, June the 13th, from 3 to 6, it's going to be a meet and greet. We're going to offer you a little meal, some good old tasty fish. I think I want to do some basa and maybe a mullet, maybe some catfish. I want some good meet and greet food. I'm not selling it to you. I want to come serving you. I want to let you know that I'm out here to serve you. And anybody got any question, we're going to have yard signs. We're going to have literature if you want to learn more about me as you meet and greet. So I look forward to seeing the community on June the 13th at 3 o'clock in Lincoln Park for a meet and greet with the next representative of School Board District 3, Isaac Williams. God bless you. Much love. May God bless and keep you is our prayer.
Oh, Isaac, I tell you, thank you so much. I mean, like you did it. I mean, everybody, we've talked about, we've gone from A to Z to cover the things. Your transparency, I admire. With the fact that you tell it like it is, you don't hold nothing back, and I think that's what everybody should be, especially when you're running for something that's going to represent the community. Be who you are. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about this weekend, Lincoln Park, 3 o'clock, there at the baseball field. Come out, he's going to have fish, better get there early. He's going to have enough, but you know how it is when you get to smelling that fish, you want to get yours and then have another piece. But look, make sure you come out this weekend and get to know this man in person. It is time for me to go, but I want to leave you as I do every single day, and I mean this from my heart. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember this. If you keep God first in whatever you do, I will guarantee this to you. You're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow at 9 o'clock for another day of sunshine, as we welcome in Marcus Michaels from Michaels and Booth. He's going to be here with us tomorrow. So until then, I want you to go out, tell somebody that you love them and mean it, because I do love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Don't forget about the fish fray coming up on this weekend. Get yourself some. I'll see you then. Bye for now.